Hi there. On the 2nd of March 2023, Major General Monwabisi Dyakopu of the South African National Defence Force convened a meeting in the city of Goma in DRC to put in place plans for the SADC forces offensive against M23. The SADC mission in Eastern DRC consists of troops from South Africa, DRC, Burundi, Tanzania and Malawi. And all in all, the SADC mission is expected to compose of 7,000 troops, and South Africa has already deployed 3,000 of those, with the rest of the SADC member states, that is Tanzania, Burundi and Malawi, expected to contribute the remaining 4,000. The meeting takes place in the background of the so-called offensive by the M23, its attempt to take over the town of Sake and then march on to Goma. As you can see from the screen on there, nearly 200, over 200 people anyway, civilians have died in the M23 attacks, and the M23 has been shelling bombs indiscriminately into civilian communities in Sake. As you can see from the screen over there, that's a bomb crater from one of the bombs lobbed onto civilian communities in the town of Sake. As a result of all these attacks by the M23, the hospitals in the city of Goma, they have been inundated by patients with gunshot wounds and wounds from explosive devices, and that has overstretched the healthcare system in the city itself. There is inadequacy of hospital facilities, and those that are already on there, they're overstretched, and there is not enough even beds, medicines and all that. And on top of that, like, you've got people fleeing from Sake and the surrounding areas. And now the SADC chiefs have visited the town of Sake, just to the city of Goma itself, just to reassure the local population that defensive measures are in place. They have deployed infantry fighting vehicles, as you can see from the picture on there, and then they have laid out defensive positions around the city of Goma, as you can see from soldiers there already deployed in place, sandbags and everything in place. And yeah, that's the position, at least from the perspective of SADC forces. And now what has come out is on social media there has been a flood of negative reports on especially on the X, formerly Twitter, that South Africa is in the DRC to basically steal Congolese minerals. And the Sipiwe Dlamini, that is the spokesman for the South African National Defence Force, she has put out a statement, and she says that the South African National Defence Force is shocked and dismayed at claims made that its presence in the DRC is commercially motivated and related to the minerals of that country, particularly in Eastern DRC. And she says that the South African National Defence Force reject those accusations in their entirety, and these accusations have no credibility, and they are not with the paper they are written on. Yeah, so that's the position of the South African National Defence Force. Of course, the South Africa has got commercial interest in DRC. As far as 2013, that's an article from the Mail and Guardian newspaper based in Johannesburg, and it's from 2013, and it says that the president at that point in time was Jacob Zuma. It says that South Africa has signed the power purchase agreement for the sale of electricity from Inga Dam to Eskom, that is the South African power utility. So that's just to illustrate some of South Africa's commercial interests. And then they are mining interest as well, and I've managed to get this website here. That's Africa Mining IQ. It's the website says it tracks South African mining investments in the DRC, and it says, according to that website, South Africa has currently 102 mining projects in the DRC across, it says, at all stages of development, and it goes on to list at least 2 of those. And the 2 of those are highlighted is Kinseve Mining, that is located 30 kilometers north of Lubumbashi in the Kipushi territory in Katanga province. And it says it is owned by a South African company named MMG Limited, and it says it has a value of 30.6 billion rand. And then another project, South African project, is the Dikulushi Cutback project, located west of Lake Mweru and 48 kilometers northwest of Kilwa. And here it says that the investment is worth 49.6 billion South African rand. And yeah, so those are some of South African mining interests, and I don't see any problem with South Africa having commercial interests in the DRC, as long as it's above board, it's clear and transparent, and it's government to government, and there are measures in place to actually make sure that the Congolese people they benefit from actually these investments. The companies in question, they pay taxes, they are investing in communities, which is what you would expect with any investment anywhere in the world. Now, what's morally questionable and what's reprehensible is the oppression that's being carried out by Rwanda in the name of, say, defending its whatever interest it claims to have in Eastern DRC. Rwanda is killing civilians, is displacing people, is looting resources, and that cannot go on. There is no justification for that. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to this recording. If you are interested in material of this kind, please don't forget to subscribe and give me some likes. Thank you. Bye.